Hello everyone, my name's Marianne and I'd like to take you on a short illustrated tour of the St John's Tower clock, which has been recently restored with financial assistance through a New South Wales State Heritage grant. The cathedral is located in the centre of Parramatta opposite the town hall, and while there's been Anglican services on this site since 1802, it was 1822 before the clock was installed. The clock arrived from London with several others, reportedly gifted by King George to the colony. And in those days, of course, very few people had their own clock, and they certainly didn't have a wristwatch. So a large clock like this one was relied upon by many people as they went about their daily lives. The clock has a brilliant black and gold leaf face, which was restored in 2013, but the tour today is set inside the tower, 3 stories off the ground. To get up to the clock, there are 2 very steep wooden ladders with very little in the way of safety, just a rope to hang on to. The clock has, until now, needed to be manually wound twice a week. Only the fit and the fearless could make their way up the ladders. Once on the top floor, it was a matter of using a very large crank handle to raise the heavy weights, which over the preceding few days had slowly lowered around 4 metres through a hole in the floor. This slow drop action created power for the clock so that it kept time and chimed on the hour or half hour as we chose. So part of the restoration project was to automate the winding. This involved replacing the heavy weights with lighter ones that are about 1/10 the size of the originals. In addition, an automatic winder was installed and an automatic regulator was added, which holds the movement of the pendulum for a period of time that it has determined to keep the clock running on perfect time. It's quite incredible, especially for an 1822 clock. The clock itself is made up of a huge number of cogs, wheels, levers and plates, and over the years the parts have become worn and therefore they're not functioning as well as they should. The whole clock was dismantled and taken to the clockmakers workshop in Camden, where all parts were examined closely and many underwent repair or high-speed machine turning before the whole clock was reassembled back in the tower. It's now working beautifully. On one fine sunny Sunday during 2024, with the work complete and testing trials underway, speeches were had in the grounds of the Cathedral in the presence of the Lord Mayor of Parramatta, and a delicious cake was cut to celebrate the end of the works. Our thanks to the clockmaker Andrew Markerink of Master Clockmakers at Camden for all his hard work, and of course our thanks to the Department of Planning and Environment who manage the New South Wales State Heritage Register for their financial support. And now sit back for a minute or two and view the clock in action. Thanks for watching.